everybody. We are back with another team preview. This time we have Fallen Misfits, myself. And before we kick it off, I do have to say, does the upward trend continue? I think since 2018, 2019, I actually have the same record as you.
Yeah, you've done well, obviously, since the beginning when you were sorry, D Jackson, you ain't for real. And, I would love to see you get to that 500 mark. That's for sure.
For sure. We're looking at the poll question here. If you remove my vote, it is an even 6-6 vote. So 6 yes, 6 no. I think it's going to come down to a couple things. Do I get over the Susie hump where every time I see Susie on my schedule, I'm like, that's just a loss. I might as well schedule in a loss right there. And also, I play Deuce Bombers twice now, and those are two teams who have definitely dominated my team. And I think it's going to come down to, honestly, does Trey Lance actually play like everybody projects him to play? Or is he still going to have that sophomore slump, even though he really didn't play last year? If he plays out of his mind, I have a shot at the division. If he plays like crap, I have a shot to finish 4th, 5th in the end of the division. So that's really my take. I think, Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, I think those two can be a potential 1-2 RB in the league. And then Miles Sanders is good, RB3 in my opinion. And Braden Ayuk, he's just a wide receiver. He can be a 1B for 49ers for Trey Lance getting that double. If Trey Lance is throwing with touchdown passes there, so getting that double points for those touchdown passes.
I think you nailed it on the head. That's exactly what I was thinking too. Your season really rests on Trey Lance. I mean, we really don't know anything about him, right? But all we do know is that San Francisco, I think, traded 2 or 3 firsts to get him. Yep. Obviously they're relying on this kid to be the answer for you. I think Brandon Ayuk too is going to be the wild card for you. And when we look at the picks, one of the offseason questions was a lot of mid-round picks for depth. And when I look at your pick situation, this is why I voted yes. I mean, yes, you don't have the round 1, but pick 22 is really kind of at the end of round 1. You can almost consider that a first rounder. And then you couple it with 2 3s. But really where I think the difference is going to be for you this year in terms of win-losses on a daily basis or on a weekly basis is honestly with those mid-round picks where you're going to have a lot of depth and hopefully beating teams on the bye weeks with that depth.
Yeah, and as we always say, getting having no picks in that last 9 is what you want. And I only have 4, and my last pick is around 24. So I can't complain there.
Absolutely. I think for you, it really is just going to come down to, can you win in a tough division and can you survive karma? Because you always give the international division shit. And you know what? I would love to see them go 4-1 versus you just for the smack talk that you give those guys. But I love what you've done with the team, Sean, with the 3 running backs. I mean, let's face it, C-Mac, other than the injury-riddled years, has always been considered 1-2 guy to pick. And now you have Jonathan Taylor, who is that number 1 guy to pick. So you've really positioned yourself here to be successful. It's just up to you in the draft.